What's up, guys? So today I really wanted to talk about my fitness journey and how this all got started for me. So basically I'll kind of revert back to like high school or post high school. So after I graduated, I wasn't playing any more sports in college. I was just kind of like eating and going to school, I guess, for the most part. And so me and my boyfriend, for the most part, we would like eat out all the time. Like we were getting like pizza boxes from Pizza Hut, they were like $10 dinner boxes. We'd go to McDonald's and get those like large sweet teas, and we're constantly eating like ice cream and things like that. And it didn't seem like that big of a deal at first. And then I guess over like 1 or 2 years after high school, it just started catching up to me, which I now kind of went along with my hypothyroidism at the time. At the time I wasn't diagnosed with this, but I later come to find out that I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's hypothyroidism, which also had a big effect on my metabolism and weight gain. So all that extra food and no working out was just not helping me or benefiting me at all. So it was about like 2 Christmases after high school, my boyfriend was like, I think we decided that year for Christmas, like we want to dedicate our life to health and fitness for the most part. We both just wanted to do something again because we were more athletic in high school and involved in sports, so we just wanted to become involved in something else. So we both got each other memberships. We went and bought like gym shoes and like all this clothes to like get us super motivated. And so we started down that track. So at first I wasn't really seeing as much results as he was. As a guy, he was like, his goals included though gaining weight and gaining a lot more muscle, because he had a super fast metabolism. So our goals, although they varied, he was just seeing a lot more results than I was, a lot faster than I was. So he kind of recommended to me, like, why don't you try switching for your diet? Like, I think as a female that could be more important for you. So I tried that. And then that was when my results started off just come flowing in, basically. They all just immediately, I started seeing changes in my body. So basically I just kind of started looking up like my macronutrient needs and diving into all that, which beforehand I had no clue about, like the difference between protein, carbs, and fats. I never looked at food in that way. I never looked at food as fuel. So that was kind of like my biggest initial change, because at first I wasn't really as motivated to go to the gym. I wasn't really seeing anything, so I had no benefit of going, I guess you could say. So I think, once I finally seen those results, like, I was hooked. I started doing yoga as well, just because like mentally my hormones were going crazy from my hypothyroidism at the time. I just had no idea what was wrong with me. I thought like I was going crazy. So anyways, I tried yoga to kind of help me mellow out. And through that and with working out, I did start to notice more of like a balance in my body, but I still knew something was up. So when I went to the doctor for like a yearly appointment, I did end up getting my some blood tests done, just to kind of figure out what was going on in my body. Like, I was losing my vision, my hair color was switching, I was losing hair, and I was having horrible night sweats every night. I was sweating all the time, and my moods were insane. Like, I was like crying, 1 second, I was angry the next second. It was insane, and I personally was never like that. I've always kind of been pretty even keel, I guess you could say. Like, my emotions were never like up and down. I've always been pretty chill for the most part, so it was crazy. So anyways, after a few months of working out, I actually did get those levels tested, and I was put on a thyroid replacement, hormone replacement medicine. So I started taking that along with cleaning up my diet, and like I said, that's when the results kind of started pouring in. After a couple years, I think it was about like 2 years, I had just gotten a lot of questions from friends though, and just random people, and they wanted help, or they wanted some sort of direction, I guess just from seeing my results, and were motivated by that themselves. So I started helping a lot of people out, trying to write them like workout plans and giving them help with their diet and nutrition. I wasn't giving out macros or anything like that, but just kind of pushing them in the right direction, for the most part, just to lead a healthier lifestyle. And that led me to get my ISSA certification, my personal training certification. So I immediately ordered my materials to start studying. I read the book. It was huge. It was like this thick, but I read every single page. I took my notes every day. Every day I set aside a chapter for myself so I wouldn't get too overwhelmed, but just to make sure I was actually learning everything I was reading and not just memorizing it for the exam. So I spent a lot of my summer doing that as well. And I knew I was ready. So after I think about 2 months, I was ready to begin training. I did start training at my gym, and it just finally felt like things were coming together for me. Like, I have always had this passion to just help other people, but I just never knew what I was going to do with that. Like in high school, I never knew what I wanted to be. I never had any drive, goals. That wasn't me at all. I never knew what I saw myself doing. Honestly, I had no idea. But as soon as I started down this route, just for obtaining a healthier lifestyle, I knew this was it for me. I just finally felt like I'd found my calling, and I was just so excited to help other people feel that way, the way I had started to feel after I started working out. I'd never felt confident growing up. I always just felt like I was walked over, never respected by others. I was just, I don't know. So anyways, basically from starting, with this fitness journey, initially, even though I wasn't initially seeing results, I was building my own inner confidence. I was building a lot more. I felt like physical strength that just kind of equated to more mental strength. I think just because I was earning this strength myself, no one was giving it to me. I was doing this all for myself, and I never felt like I'd really stuck to anything before, so it was just motivating to finally stick to something and then eventually start seeing results. It just meant so much more to do it that way. So basically that brings me to where I am today. So now my goals haven't shifted too much. My goals are still basically just to be the best version of myself. I'm not really competing with anyone else. I'm not comparing myself to anyone else. I am so proud of myself and how far I have personally come in my own journey, and how much strength I've gained and built. So basically I'd say I never started out with a goal to compete. For me, there was really no end in sight. And it always confuses me why people can't just have that either. Like, why can't people just, work out without an end date in sight? It seems like everyone wants this rush date. They want abs in 2 weeks. They want, lose 20 pounds in a month. Like, all these just obscene goals. And like, for me, I always say this, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. I'm not here to finish up, in 2 months, and I'm not anywhere where I would like to be yet, and that's saying something. It's after a few years of training. I still have so much more muscle I can put on, so much more muscle maturity I'm looking forward to. So basically I don't know if I could see myself competing in the near future. That's currently not a goal of mine. I feel like so many people rush into that without enough muscle mass or without enough maturity, or maybe still fat to lose. Like, I don't want to go into something not to win and just to go to. I want to go into something to win. So if I ever did that in the future, it would probably be a long time from now. But I have nothing against other people that do. I think it's so cool, and it's so motivating for me to see as well how much people can transform their bodies in such a short amount of time. But for me, like I said, this is just a lifestyle for me, and I think that's how I've been able to create so much balance, even in my nutrition, because I know there is no set date for me. This is just something I want to create for the rest of my life, and it's something I want to be able to stick to. So I know if I was in some cookie cutter diet with just chicken and asparagus and whatnot and no real flavors, I probably wouldn't honestly have ever stick to this. So I enjoy all my foods. I love my training. I'm just so happy with my results and how far I'm coming, slowly but surely. So yeah, I guess that's my journey, where I am now. Thank you guys so much. You want to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. Thank you guys so much.